Thank you, and thanks to all the members that are staying from the department. I wanted to thank your officials, Mr. Hannaford, from the Canadian Nuclear Safety Commission for meeting with me yesterday. They were courteous and very knowledgeable, but I was troubled to find out that the letter I sent to you, which included the U.S. Director of National Intelligence's preliminary assessment on UAPs, including the legislation and a list of the UAP sightings near Canadian nuclear facilities, was not shared with the Director General, who's in charge of the security of safeguards. So why didn't you share that information with your officials?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And I should say at the outset that obviously nuclear safety is one of the critical aspects of the work of CNSC and of my department, and is something that we do take very seriously. Following on your question at our last appearance, we did receive your letter, and I do apologize. There was we're still tracking down precisely what happened, but the information was not provided to CNSC, as you say. I've now had several conversations, though, with both my colleagues within the department and with the president of CNSC. I can assure you that this is something that both organizations are fully apprised of. And as you note in your letter, this is a matter that is of importance.
Security involved, and that's why I was asking them the questions and why we gave you the information over a month ago. But anyway, are you aware that your department has no standardized reporting process for licensees to report either UAP or drones near their facilities, nor is there any formal investigative guidelines to determine the origin and intent? Are you aware of that?
My understanding, Mr. Chair, is that we keep under surveillance, obviously, the facilities that are licensed under CNSC. CNSC also maintains fairly strict protocols with respect to any overflights or any potential risks to the security of the facilities. In the spring of 2021, we were advised, or CNSC was advised, of a request to fly a drone over a nuclear facility, and that request was denied, and the requester complied. So there is examples of the application of the protocol it continues to be a matter of vigilance for the CNSC.
But there's no standardized process. I called for a whole of government approach to standardize the collection of reports to analyze the data and to be led by the government's chief science advisor. If she accepts that request, will you commit that your department will fully cooperate with any information?
We are always prepared to work with the chief science advisor and with colleagues across government.
And are you aware your officials from the Canadian Nuclear Safety Commission know about UAP sightings near nuclear facilities?
I am not advised of any sightings of UAP sightings around facilities. What I have been advised is we have response protocols, which include high security site licenses that have contingency plans to mitigate intrusions, but may require the assistance of off-site response forces to interdict drone intrusions.
Yeah. So you're not aware of the ones that they know about. At the last meeting, you said you would take my request under advisement for your department to reach out to the American Nuclear Regulatory Commission to start this important conversation on how they are drafting a standardized reporting system to report and collect data on UAP near their facilities. Now that Congress is taking this seriously, will you commit today to direct your officials to start that conversation with the American Nuclear Regulatory Commission?
Mr. Chair, my understanding is that would be a matter for the CNSC. I did speak to the CNSC president this morning and do understand that they are planning to have further conversations with their American counterparts. They are at arm's length, but that is my understanding as to what their intentions are.
And lastly, to reduce the stigma and to take this issue seriously, will you commit to issue a directive to your officials to proactively reach out to all nuclear licensees to ask their employees and security officials to ensure that all drone and UAP incidents are properly reported?
Well, again, Mr. Chair, we will follow up with CNSC and see what is possible with respect to those sorts of communications, but I can repeat that this is a matter that we do take seriously, and that there are protocols in place with respect to such flights.